How long have you been doing this? How long have you been in digital?
So I've been digital now since, it's been about 13 years. I would say really, I started off small, doing web project management sort of independently, small projects. Gradually grew in that, became a agency side creative project manager. From about 2006 to 2011, I was doing a lot of just creative side agency, whether it's website builds or social builds. Started getting into mobile builds and overseeing mobile builds in the 2010 to 2012 years, and then moved to another company, Chris Media, where I oversaw their front-end development team, their creative team, in the development of some of customer-rich media advertisement in mobile. Got a very deep understanding with all my background in digital and project management and execution, how things work in mobile and what's different, and working with best-in-class teams to really develop the pushing the envelope and what can be done, whether you're in an app or in a mobile browser and all the different things that can be done, and that exposure from the execution side up to the sort of strategic, what's possible, what can we do given the nature of the guardrails that are in place, the technical or the privacy or the client guardrails that are in place, became very immersed in mobile as a media and what's working and what's not, and what tactics are there, and sort of that evolution from being the execution driver to being a credible source on the strategic vision was something that when I moved over to Xaxis, I started to leverage even more.
You have to think that it's been a crazy, strange trip of the evolution of mobile coming out of the evolution of digital marketing. What are you seeing that's happening and is effective this year, 2015, that marketers can deploy that you're excited about? That you're a fan of?
And one of the position of our company is specifically at the programmatic edge and at the top edge. We look to innovate in the macro, so that we can see effect in the micro. So a lot of what I see are the tectonic shifts in the industry. So while there might be individual vendors or individual capabilities who do really cool things, sort of like one-off here and there, the stuff that I'm looking at is what can really grow the industry from being adolescent to upper teen to even being adult level maturity in mobile. So the drivers of that primarily for me are the ability to connect users across devices using privacy compliant methodologies. And there are different vendors in this space, but this idea that we can do person-based marketing as opposed to channel-based marketing, getting out of that silo. And so that's been spoken about for years. I see it now being leveraged, really well. There are individual gotchas, like individual catches, like traversing from an app environment to a mobile web environment to a desktop environment. It's not all seamless. It's not all perfect. But the capabilities are there for us to refine. It's not just a dream. And as we start to work, the more experience we get with them, and the more technical innovations that we or our partners or other vendors are enabling, allows us to get better and better.
Do you think that the audience is becoming more digitally savvy? Are they more tolerant of those little stumbles as it goes from platform to platform, or are they less tolerant?
As the advertising itself, we try to does mobile display work? Is it all about mobile video? What about mobile native? Ad units that annoy people, are annoying to. So I would say that the younger generations are even less tolerant of annoying, intrusive on their phones. The phones are a personal screen. It is not seen primarily as a media screen. So you really have to be very subtle in how you bring users into your advertising messaging. But on the other hand, I think that. I have teenage children, and I speak to my, and that's just a sample of a few. It's not the whole, and no study from eMarketer or anything. But they recognize now that digital makes sense, because my son does, he's happy to see an ad for Nike shoes or Champ Sports. That's what he wants to see. He wants to know what's coming out there. So the general concept that if we do it right, there is a buy-in that it is an opportunity to connect users or consumers to the brands that they like, and the idea of tailoring messages and person-based and knowing something about someone and giving them advertising interactions that make sense for them. I feel that the savviness helps encourage that, as long as we as creative people and as advertisers do it well.